very unique personality again, like all the others over here. He talks about science with as much passion as he talks about giving back to the community, and he works with children, he works with adults in a very balanced way, Balaji. So to set the conversation going, the current notion is that going to school focusing only on examinations will be the only things that help the children learn. Could you throw some light on that?
Actually, I teach for one of the most competitive exams as part of Ahaguru. So I conduct physics and math classes for JEE. And I deal with a large number of children who are preparing for these entrance exams. So I deal with both the parents, the kind of pressure the students face, and with the children also, because sometimes their minds also get wrapped around this whole thing of they are in a race, right? So therefore, what does an examination focus system do? Something that I see day in and out. And hopefully through the interactions, I'm also trying to see whether they can focus on learning instead of exam. So when you're asking, does exam take you towards learning? The answer is a very strong no. Examination is supposed to be a test of how much you have learned, but because it's become central, what happens is there is really no focus on the learning itself. As a simple example, when I give questions to students and ask them to work it out, usually people are asking for what is the correct answer. I say, don't you know if you have solved it? Don't you know? They don't know. Many times, at least in the beginning, I tell them, I won't give you the answers. If you have got it, you know whether you have got it, because you know whether you have learned it. What we have done today is through the examination system, and the big culprit is the examination system. It takes away the power of judging whether you know something. So you have learned something, you have solved something, now you need somebody else to come and certify that yes, you have learned it. I don't even know whether I know something right or wrong. So that is the biggest problem of the examination system, that it's taking away your ability not to figure out whether you don't know something. You actually solved it, you even got it right, let's say. And I'm talking about very objective subjects, let's talk about mathematics. You solved it, you got an answer. Now you need somebody else to come and tell you that you got it right. So, what is your confidence about what you know? That is the single biggest danger, I think, that the examination system has created. Second big problem that the examination system has also done is you learn many things and you are being tested on many things. You learn nothing in depth. Today, I'm sure many of the co-panelists are going to be talking about the fact that we also need to look at that, we also need to look at this. In this, probably mathematics and science is going to come out like the villain. But the big problem I want to say in defense of science and math is today the examination system and what is being done in school is not doing service to science or math either. It is not like you don't have music, you have science instead. You don't have science either. So the basic point is you don't get enough time to focus on what you want to learn and learn it in depth. So if you focus on the depth of each of the subjects, like if you really focus a lot on learning calculus well, it might also be useful for the exam, but it's a lot of fun. The fun element of learning is being killed by the examination system, and that is the problem. I'm not saying you don't need the examination system overall, but the fact that you put that before you put the learning actually kills the subject itself, it kills the joy behind the subject. And so if we can start doing it in reverse, where the goal is set, the learning goals are set, you learn it because it's interesting, and then you might or might not do well in an exam, that's actually secondary. I think that we have put it is not that exams by themselves, the way they have done is of course a problem, but the fact that we are putting it before we are putting the learning, I think that is the real issue in this whole thing.
Thank you very much for that.